This is the July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. Let's go creating. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this video. This is day 26 of the 100-day project, and it is day 2 of the July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. So today's prompt, and I can't find my prompt list. I know it's here somewhere. But today's prompt is a touch of gold. Well, I like a touch of gold. I know what to do with that, but I didn't want to do the same idea as what I did yesterday. So I've come up with a project, and and it's something that I haven't tried yet. So it is going to have a policy closure with which I have not tried before. So in order to make that policy closure, I am breaking all the rules. I have a whole bunch. It was not in my kit, and then I decided that I was also going to grab gold flakes, and they are also not in my kit. So I figured if I'm breaking the rules a little bit, then I may as well break them all the way. Let's just go to town. What else am I using? Well, I've got my beautiful journal. I am so happy with this. I love how it looks, and I can't wait to see what it's going to look like at the end of it. There's my tag, or my pocket full of tags from yesterday. And I'm just going to put this aside because I've already pulled the page out. I have a stencil that I want to use, two stencils that I want to use. One is the bricks from Tim Holtz, and one is by Tracy Scott, and it is PS 252, and that is for PaperArtsy. I have my grungy stamp, and I have the pen and the key. I also have some beads. Again, we're not in the kit, breaking the rules. This stuff was in the, oh, there's my, there is my, my prompt list. So today is a touch of gold. I have some bead, or some fixings to make jewelry. So we'll see if I can maybe make a bead and attach it. I have a couple of brads, and I have some gold wire. So everything is going to be gold. I have my PaperArtsy gold. I also have the dark aqua Inktense, and I have the sienna gold Inktense. I have wild honey, and I have that's distress ink, the wild honey distress ink, and the peacock feathers distress ink. I have a beautiful piece of spiderweb vellum. I don't know if you can see right there. It's beautiful. Apparently I had this in my stash, and you can see that it is, I don't know, like you can't see it on the camera, but it has little spiders in it. Like it's all spider webs, and then it has spiders and bugs in it. This is for real. Like this is real, the real kind of vellum, and it is vintage. It came out of a photo album. Then I took the atlas page out of my journal that I'm going to work with, and I took a piece of the ledger paper to work with. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I don't want to, like, basically what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to fold something over, but I don't want to lose the holes at the top. plus right here, it says exploration route. So I think what I am going to try and do is to make it so that this will all fold over and it'll be an envelope type of thing. But then it is going to hang off of here. Does that make any sense? That's what I'm going to try though. So I'm going to, instead of normally like you have everything to the outside, I'm going to have it to the inside. So this will fold over like that. And then we'll have this will be the bottom and this will fold over to there. I think I have it figured out. Let's try this. The sad thing is that I'm going to lose the top piece here. So how much am I going to need? Because maybe I can cut it off and I can use it somewhere else. That is what I'm going to do. There's that piece. And then I am going to, I can grab my scoreboard. If I really wanted to, I could grab my scoreboard, but I'm not going to. Why? Because I don't want to. Okay. So there we go. So it is going to be open on this side, and then we'll create a pocket type of idea that folds over with a closure. So to do that, I am going to not be able to close this up until I have the one part of the closure in there. So I will need a piece of file folder. And I'm going to cut a couple of circles. So I want it to be up No, I can come down a little bit because I want to be able to put things in there. Okay, that will fold over top like that. So I already know that I can cut this off, because then that will be the flap to fold down. Okay, so I need to fold this over. Take this out now. Just want to make sure that this is all straight. I don't want to have a crooked folder here. There we go. And then I have right here is the crossroads right there. So I'm going to cut that at an angle there, and I'm going to cut this right here at an angle as well. There we go. Now, do you think I can still use my round, my corner rounder? Come on, really? I am not that clumsy. No, I cannot. So I may have to just do it by hand. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I will take that. That's not bad at all either. I will take it. That works. Okay, then I'm going to take this side and cut it down. There we go. So that is the top part. And then this is going to go over top like this and fold over. How cute is that? Like, so it's going to sit just like that. Then the bottom, we're going to fold up, and I want a big enough space so that you can actually use it as a pocket or something. But that probably won't be possible. So if I'm going to have to use this one as the guide. And I want it to be straight. Come on, you can do this. It is not that complicated to fold something straight. Come on. I think that's better. Okay. And then this is going to have to go right there. There it is. Straight. I can do it. If I put my mind to it, I can do it. There's the key, right? You gotta put your mind to it. Okay. So I'm going to cut this part off because it will be getting in my way. There we go. And I'm putting this back in here. So I need to slide this all the way up to the top, right there. Fold this over, make sure that it is all nice and snug. There. Well, I think that is where it is going to be. So this is going to be up like that. And then I want this right here, and I want one right there. Where do I want to put it on differently? No, but I think this might be too big. can I still use my smaller punch? No, maybe not. Okay, but I do have a couple of guides now. Oh, I am making such a mess now. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to have to cut 2 new ones, and I'll probably cut them on. If I was smart, I would cut them straight into the smaller size. There we go. I do want the top ones in the bigger size, so that's fine. Okay, put them together, just like that. Make sure they're really well attached. Okay, that goes there. This one can go underneath it. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that'll look cute. And then that one, we'll just have the 2 big ones, or do I want to do the same thing? I want to do the same thing. I don't know if you can tell, I have no example for this. I am just winging it. I think I have the skills to do that. So yeah, we'll see. If I can wing putting videos together, I guess I can wing folding paper and gluing it together. There we go, there's the second one. These can definitely dry really well because I won't need them right away. So what I want to do with this is I want to make these, the top one, really, really gold. And the only way to do that is by using my flakes. Well, I'm gonna make a mess now. I know I'm going to make a mess now. I'm going to use the big bottle of glue. There we go. Spread it out really well. And I need a baby wipe. Wipe my fingers. Get rid of the glue. Well, here, you know what? May as well do this one right away as well. I'm just putting them. It's the easiest way to get glue transferred from one to the other. Just put it together. Okay. I don't want glue on my hands when I'm dipping them into the pot of flakes, because you know what'll happen then, right? This is always scary. They go everywhere, make such a mess, but oh my gosh, they look so pretty when they're on there. And yes, I am well aware that I have way too much here. go. And I have it all over my fingers now again. I am just going to grab my little brush. I have a little paintbrush that I use predominantly to get rid of all the gold flakes. And I don't know if you can see me, but it's not going very well. They're not wanting to stick to the glue. Which is unusual because they stick to everything. Don't laugh when you're using flakes. They go everywhere. All right, I'm just gonna let that dry for a little bit. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. I have to look up every now and again and make sure that what I'm doing is not totally obscure. It's almost impossible to breathe even when you have those jars open. But boy, it looks so nice when they're on there and they're actually doing what you want them to do. Okay. I will have gold flakes everywhere for a while again. Everywhere. I've had that jar for 3 years. So if you think that I am wasting my stuff, no, I'm not. I just have, like, there's just so much in the jar. I noticed, like, at Michael's, they sell the gold flakes, and I'm thinking that it's roughly about the same price for their teeny tiny little jars that I paid for that big one by Cosmic Shimmer. So, yeah. Which one do you prefer, right? Well, it depends on what you can get your hands on too. You know, like here in southern Manitoba, there's not a lot of options for art supplies. Actually, pretty much none besides Michael's. And that's unfortunate. I want to patch this a little bit. So yeah, now I'm making a big mess. I knew that was going to happen. I shouldn't be... Don't do that! Don't do stupid stuff! least it's covered now. Let them dry for a little bit, and we'll just carry on. Ugh, you had to mess with it, didn't you? There. It was almost dry even. See if I can dry this a little bit. Let's just get that off there. There we go. All right, so while I am waiting for that to go, no, I can't. Can't really do a whole lot. I can attach this though, because then we can punch the hole. So I want the center, and I know that the center is right here. So, and that means that that red line is also the center. I have a pencil. And so I need to find a center for my, this is definitely where I need to get to. I'm trying to find my ruler, but if I were to put stuff away in the same place twice, that'd be lovely, because then I would be able to find stuff. That would be amazing. Oh, I did put it away. It was just hiding. Okay. Is dead center. There we go. So I'm going to take my pokey tool and pokey a hole. Did I still grab the wrong hole? Hole is right in between the two, which is fine. We have to put a brad in there anyway, so, and they're big. It's a brad with a big stud, so it's okay. It works. There we go. Do you think you're dry? Not totally. There's another right there, a little bit of patchwork that needs to be done. Want it to be gold, not gold, and file folder. I want just gold. Oh, I think I got it in there. Yep, that's pretty good. That's done. This is the most intensive part, the most complicated part of the whole project, is getting the flakes to stay on properly. I think they're on there though. Yeah, they are. There we go. To line this up to where I believe it is centered, and I'm going to go right back through with my pokey tool to the other side. There we go. And I can put the brad through. No, I cannot. Now I can. There she is. And those are big legs, but that's okay. I have some brown thread. This is not thread. It is, you know what this is called. It doesn't say it on here. Let's take a big piece and I'm going to tie it to the inside here. There we go. I'll tie a knot and then go around it and then tie another knot, just to make sure that it is really well attached. There, and then around like that, and tie another knot. Okay. There we go. Little touch of gold. It's so pretty. Oh, I was going to ink around it. Can I still ink around it? I think I can. And I'm going to use a little bit of archival ink because I don't know if just distress ink will stay. And yes, I'm using black. Using black soot to be exact. I had a archival ink pad, but I have two. I had two jet blacks. So then I refilled this one, that was my oldest one, with black soot because I really like the black soot. There we go. One is done. While I'm waiting, I am just going to right away ink around these two so that they're done and I don't have to mess around with it anymore. There we go. The black ink is also making the gold stand out a little bit more and makes it a little bit more vintage. All right, so that is going to go straight on there. I can cut this piece off. There. So I want this to go right here. I want the whole thing to be visible. Which it will be no matter what because it's going to hang. Gosh, I keep forgetting about that. Okay. So I can put it right there. Okay, let's glue this together. I think we are at that spot. Once again, I forgot to hit record. So I used my piece of spider vellum and I put it on the pockets, on the pocket. So there's a pocket right here. And you can't put a lot in there because the policy closure is definitely holding it shut, but it's cute. And then I put some beads on the policy closure, 2 little clear beads and a homemade paper bead made out of book page. So it is put together. I just have to do some decorating. This does not fold back over. And I didn't. My plan had been originally that this would fold forward and that there would be a pocket behind it. But apparently I wasn't listening to myself, and this is what it turned into. I am putting this aside, and I'm going to show you a great way to do this. So I'm finally going to need that paintbrush from yesterday that I have right here. I have a piece of file folder, and I'm just going to put some gold paint. That's lots of gold paint, but that's okay. We'll use this lots. We're just going to create a piece of gold paper that we can stamp on, and then I can stamp the key and the pen and all that out and cut it out. Look how beautiful this gold is. I have not seen any other gold, and I'm really sad. My jar is almost empty, and I don't have enough to order from the Paper and Ink boutique in Calgary, which is one of the only places in Canada that sells PaperArtsy. So I am going to be very sad when I run out. I'm gonna have to find someone who is gonna go to Calgary and maybe can pick it up for me if I order it ahead of time. Sure, I can come up with enough to order, but I don't need another $150 worth of products to put in there. Gotta use it all. Okay, I'm just gonna rinse this out. This is completely dry, and it's been 2 minutes. It's not been very long. I rinsed the paintbrush, and I put the heat gun on here to dry it. Now, I've told you before that I am terrible at stamping. So I am going to use my stamping block, or my stamping platform, with my sticky paper in there, and it's not sticking so well anymore. I need to replace it, but it's okay. Oh, I am going to cut this in half. I will just be using this for decorations anyway. I'm going to put this right here. Oh. Put the magnets in, and where did I put the stamp? I had it right here. So I'm going to use the key, and I'm going to use the pen, and I'm just going to do them both at the same time. I may as well. That way they're done. Okay. This aside. Let's clean some of this stuff up so I can move around. Still have to attach that too. All right, we can stamp. I'm going to use the black archival, or the black archival distress ink, the black soot. And yes, I have a re-inker for the black, jet black as well. But I just like the black soot. I don't know what it is. It just seems like it's a different color. of these days I'm gonna have to figure out something to use for my stamp platform. I think I want just a little bit more in the center of the flower. There we go. Yes, perfect. All right. Okay, I've got it done. So I'm going to glue it right along the edge right here of the pocket. I think that would look very pretty. And then I was thinking that instead of using paint to go on here, I want to use some of these beads if they fit. These might be too big, but the little gold ones will fit right there. So that's what I want to do, because you know, I like tedious. Why do I like tedious like that? I have been like that my entire life. If it's a little project where it is really, really one of those picky little things, oh my God, I love it. But if it's a big project where you're not sure how it's going to work or anything like that, and it'll be easy, and yeah, no, that is not for me. I'm just going to hold this down at the corners so it's not going to go anywhere. The 3-in-1 glue, when you get it on your nails and you have nail polish, yeah, it just kind of destroys the nail polish. All right, so that will stay. Let's see if I can, if I'm very, very careful. If I can get this to work. I sure can. If I really want to, I can put beads in the center of that as well. Oops. Oh, how cute is that? Oh, you do have to let it dry, darling. I am not sure if you can see what I'm doing, but it'll look so pretty when it's done. Like, that's not the right one. That was a lot of glue. Big glob. That's okay. Ugh. Not okay. You know, I'm really glad that I decided to bite the bullet and create this YouTube channel. I'm learning a lot, not just how to create videos, but also about how to make different projects that are interesting to watch. So that's why, like, I keep asking, like, please tell me what you think, because it helps me make things that are interesting for you guys to watch, right? Like, I can make lots of things for me, but that doesn't really do anything for you. Okay, I'm just going to put some glue in between and see if I can get some of the little gold beads in there. Yep, sure can. What I found with junk journaling, though, is that you start looking at your supplies in a different way. It is always a, how else can I use this? Can I use this for more than one thing? Is a file folder truly a file folder, or can you do something else with it? Do you, like, is there different ways that you can use your stamps? Or are they only allowed to be used for the way that they were designed? Well, thankfully, like, I had already known that yes, you can use your stamps in many different ways, because I did learn that from Tracy Scott. She taught me that if you look at a stamp, you can create many different things with one stamp set. So the way that I am using the stamp set right now is how they were designed, right? So I do want to do a project where I'm using everything in a way where it wasn't designed to be used like that. So I think I want to make a mandala out of the steampunk stamps. I think that would be really cool. Wow, how is that? Okay, I think this is dry. Yes. And attached. Look, can you see that? How is that? It is just beautiful. It looks like an inlay pen. Yeah. Okay. What else can I do? What else do I have here? So now I don't have to color it, really. Unless, and this is how I work. I have a teeny tiny paintbrush. Really teeny tiny, and I have a little water. And I have the turquoise paint. So I'm just going to do every other stripe on the handle. There we go. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that a lot. Okay, I have nothing to put in here. I don't think this is going to be a kind of journal where we are putting stuff inside of things. We're just creating for the sake of creating. I do still have to do something with the back here. I think I want to go back to my little turquoise paint. Come on, turquoise paint. Give me a little paint. There we go. And I want to just add a little detail. It is all about the details. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh, no, that's fine. It's all about the details, right? Like, you can create the most incredible journal, but if you don't have the details looked after, then it just doesn't look the way that you want it to look. It kind of looks like a little bit of enamel in there. And the turquoise just stands out really well against that gold. There we go. Now, one more thing that I want to do, because I do want to turn this more steampunkish. So I'm going to take I'm going to do this really easy though. And you didn't see that in the other video that I did yesterday with the pocket full of tags. What I did was I just loaded this stamp up, and right here you've got all the gears and everything. Well, that makes for a beautiful background design. So I'm just stamping here and there, just putting down a little design. And I'm not putting it on a block because I don't want to have it all over the place. Okay, let's try it on the other side as well. So now I have like a cluster of stamps without really doing any too much of an effort. And it's got to stay within the theme too, right? I think I forgot to do some of it right there at the top, and I need to put the whole reinforcers on there. There we go. Let's find the whole reinforcers. Do I want to use, oh, maybe I want to use blue ones today. Do I have something? I should have 2 of them. There's the other. I think I want to use blue ones. Just 'cause. No real reason. Just 'cause. We'll ink around them though. Just to scrub them up a little bit, make them a little less bluish. That's 1. That's 2. I cut these out of file folders. File folders are versatile. You can do lots with it. I may put glossy accents on these as well. But first I want to make sure that they will fit in the journal, because these are a little smaller than the holes, I think. Maybe not. Nope. No, all good. Yeah, that's cute. That's just different. It looks like, you know, the tabs on coveralls. That's what it reminds me of. There we go. I am going to call this done. Other than I may put the glossy accents on here. Whoops. Just 'cause I think it'll look really cool. Let's close this up. And this is really also just a decoration. There's nothing that it is holding up. It is just there just because it's there. It was supposed to hold something up, but you were there. I forgot. There we go. It is completed. And I think by the time this video is done, it'll still be an hour-long video. But let's put this back in the journal. While I am going to say thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this. This was just a fun project that, you know, I tried something that I haven't tried before. And I didn't put down where this came from. I think it came from right here. I had never done this before. I'd never created an envelope like this before. So that was new, and I think that is also why I went wrong and turned it into a pocket instead of an envelope. I don't think I want to put the glossy accents on it. I think it is perfect the way it is right now. It's very simple, and it still looks vintagey and steampunk. Okay, there we go. She's in the journal. And this will hang right out. Oh, let me show you. It'll hang right out from the bottom. So there we go. I will put pictures on at the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, It helps me out. And make sure you subscribe so you can see when I am ready to post the video for something botanical. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.